of tonight. Does your computer really operate at warp speed? Plus, rock out to the free ringtones on your cell phone. And Alex reviews the brand new animated Batman series. Live from Los Angeles, it's Screensavers.
Joining us here on TSS. We got a rocking crowd.
Awesome audience.
Yeah, baby. Gotta love that.
Woo! Big news. I'm very excited about. Virgin Airlines has added a new flight plan. They have decided plan.
They're going to take one pan.
Not a pan. A new flight plan. They have decided to go to space. Believe it or not.
Virgin, go to space.
Yes, it's only going to cost you a mere $200,000. Wow.
Yeah. Now, okay, what is it, like a 5-hour flight? You get to be in space, you're like, I'm in space.
It's a 4-hour flight.
La-di-da-di-da.
No. 4 hours, only 4 minutes of zero grav. That kind of, they say, actually, they call it partial zero grav.
Oh, come on.
So, like, you'll be sitting...
I can get that jumping off my couch.
You'll be sitting in your seat and you'll be like, whoa,
You can't get out of your seat?
That would suck. I think you have to have your seatbelt on.
Oh, boo,
you loosen
Virgin.
it up. You loosen it up.
Boo, Virgin.
I don't know if you can get out of your seat or you can't, but I don't know.
If you can, I want to be for $200K. I gotta freaking jump out and
you can do a lot. I can do a lot better for
dancing. I mean,
$200K.
come on, $200K. Geez.
I don't know. I don't know what you get, but they're going to train you for 3 days before you go up.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, so you get a little astronaut training.
Going into space.
And then you go up. It's 4 hours. The view is supposed to be awesome. That's.
I could go on a net cam and see the view from the space station.
Very true.
I'm done. $200K. I'll keep
I don't know. Not worth it for me though. Paul Allen is actually
No.
the guy putting up the money for this.
It's okay.
So.
Yes.
I actually went this weekend. I went to shoot some rockets up in
That's right.
the Blackrock Desert
Yeah, you
in
were in
Nevada.
space this
and
weekend.
I got to shoot my own rocket up. Actually, we have some tape of it. Let's take a look at it. It's awesome.
Dan's rocket.
Here it is. Here it is.
It's a SpongeBob SquarePants.
There it
Man,
is.
that SpongeBob.
Look at that.
That can't.
SpongeBob.
That can't fly.
3,
There it comes.
2, 1. Good luck, Bob.
Yes.
That is awesome.
Wow.
Not bad, huh? That SpongeBob reminds me of our set for some reason.
Doesn't it?
What? You're all getting depressed.
I'm like, doesn't
yeah,
it?
it does actually. I'm
SpongeBob
dressed like
SquarePants.
Waldo today for
I
some
know,
reason.
it's
Like,
like,
where's Waldo? What's up
I
with
look
that?
like I'm wearing an old couch. I don't know who's dressing us. The wardrobe lady's in the back. Tear. She's like, I made that shirt. Speaking of shirt, what's on the back of your shirt, Foo?
What does that say? Have towel will travel.
I don't know what that means.
What?
Why are you wearing it if you don't know what it means?
Housekeeping?
42.
Wardrobe.
This
We didn't
is-
talk to the wardrobe
I don't know.
people. It's about Star Wars Galaxy? Ah.
Is it really?
That's
Hitchhiker's
right.
Guide to the
It's
What
been
is
a
the
long
40
time since I've read
what's
that
the
book.
42 about?
I should have known that.
Probably has something to do with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Hopefully.
We
No,
don't
they're
know.
completely independent
Yeah.
of each other.
We just put this stuff on, like whatever.
Yeah, I know. It's like, whatever. I don't know what the shirt says. I kill babies. It's like, whatever. They just hanging on the thing. I just get a lot of emails.
That's the nice thing. They see, you didn't used to work at the old Tech TV. We had to dress ourselves, and I wore like the same shirt over and over and over
I
again.
dress myself
it's
every
true.
day,
Oh yeah.
Kevin.
But no, what I'm saying is like
I've been doing it all my life.
now we walk in and they're like, "This is what you'll be wearing today."
Yeah.
Look how Pimp Yoshi looks. He's been decked out.
Oh, I love it. You know,
Yeah.
nice. That's the one thing I will say. They don't give us shoes.
Yeah. So
I have to
I've
bring
been
my
wearing
own
the same
shoes
shoes
in,
every
but it's
day.
just like-
I agree.
I wear flip-flops every once in a while. Whatever.
It works.
Oh,
Nobody
should we
can see
talk
the
about
shoes.
something?
Yes. Yes.
So there's a British company called Ave Show. I'm going to go with that pronunciation. It's avecho.com. Now, they do web-based email.
Right.
Right? You've heard it. Yeah.
Free.
they do-
You can sign up for it, just kind of like a Hotmail
No,
or
I
something
think
like
it's
that.
a 1.99 pounds British. a month.
But they said they had a free.
Okay, whatever.
as well.
So could be free, could be 1.99 pounds or whatever you call that, a fortnight or whatever. But they just announced a huge challenge. They took off the gauntlet and threw it down to virus writers. Bring it. If you can get a virus into our inbox or out or send it out from our stuff, they'll give you $18,000.
18 grand.
18 G's.
Wow.
Avvichoco.com.
So here's the
Go to
problem.
the show notes for their
They must not
website.
just allow attachments. Like they've probably banned all
Well,
attachments. Is
here's
that how
the
it
deal.
works?
They can't. I don't know because I.
This is a
I
marketing
haven't tried
thing.
it.
This is a
It's
marketing
totally marketing
employ.
thing. Although the one thing they did say is that they said since 2002 they have had 0 Trojans, viruses, or worms ever through their system. They have this weird, mysterious thing called glass
Glass wall.
protection.
Like that sounds really stable.
Really
Like a
safe.
glass wall. Yeah, that'll
you can
protect
see
you.
through it, but you can't touch it. It's glass.
Break it.
I know. It's like, hey, what's up?
Viruses.
Dude. But if you can do it, if you feel
18
you've got
grand.
it, 18 G's, baby, do it a couple hundred times.
Yeah.
So what you do, the one thing that they said, you're like, here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4. Now I'm rich.
That
Now
works for me.
I'm a rich. That's what I just
Don't
said.
you love live television?
I love
You said
it.
the strangest things.
Now I'm
you can't take
a
it
rich.
back. It just goes out there.
All right. So anyway,
Yeah, it's hard to tell with that
avvichoco.com or whatever it is.
Dad's laughing because like finally
Wrong.
someone else besides
Someone
me.
else.
Once in a while, something comes up in mouth. Like, what did I just say?
I eat poo. Wait! My name's Pooh, not I eat poo.
Moving on.
Kevin,
Yes.
they just released the specs for the final Lord of the Rings DVD.
Very excited about that
extended
new Lord of the
edition.
Rings.
It's at the lordoftherings.net. Now they added
17
50
hours.
minutes to the Return of the King.
Woo.
50. It's a 4-hour and 10-minute movie now.
That's
4 hours and
nuts.
10 minutes.
Did you have to get
One
up last
movie.
time when you were in the theater?
I've never sat through one of them.
I didn't
got
sit-
up like 3 or 4
Yeah.
times. I brought in a big cup. For sodas, I was drinking. Get your head out of the gutter. But so we decided, so now there's like 14 documentaries, there's thousands of like production images, and the 3 movies together, get this, if you watch them straight together, all the extended editions, 681 minutes. That's 11 hours and 21 minutes worth of movie watching. Tink!
That's a lot of movie
So we
watching.
got a poll.
Yes.
Because that's a lot of movie watching for normal human beings, which is, would you watch 11 hours and 21 minutes of the Lord of the Rings movies back to back? Yay, A?
Yes, I'm not currently dating.
Or B?
No, my girlfriend won't let me.
So go to the website right now to vote, and we'll check in later in the show to see how many of our viewers are single.
Yes. And we'll smash a Mac if...
Oh.
Can we do that again?
Has nothing to do with that.
You were saying before the show started, you're like, I hate Macs, I want to do it one more time.
Kevin, you're right. No, I like Macs. I just wanted to destroy your Mac.
That's
and
right.
it was very fun. Very fun.
Satisfying.
Satisfying.
Well, you know the guys, we had guys from, was it Mac 411? Or
Mac
something
911
Mac
in
911. They took the Mac
They-
after the show.
they took it and we
They're
were like,
we
if you
will
fix
rebuild it. Hopefully they'll come back with a rebuilt Mac and we'll have a nice brand new Mac.
Well, yeah, there you go.
We'll see.
We'll see, and I'll smash it again. Thank you, audience. I'll tell you, though, if you had put up your PC, I would have smashed that, too.
Nope, not putting up
And I
PC.
like PCs and Macs. Anyway, tonight we have a great show for you. Find out the best way to benchmark your computer's performance.
Yes,
which
plus,
is very cool.
We're going to show you how to load your cell phone full of free ringtones. We're tired of paying for ringtones.
Free is that's like $2 a ringtone.
And then you have to
Yahtzee.
rent them?
No, Yahtzee.
Yeah.
That's it. And if you need to duck the FBI or the RIAA for one reason or another, hey, we understand. Don't worry. We've got some software to help you out. A nice
Got a dark tip for
IRA dodgy software. That's the RIA dodgy thing.
Yep.
And Sarah now is back in the nook. How you doing,
Yes, Sarah.
I'm back. Hey, everybody. It's nice to be home again.
Yes.
So, thank you to everybody who gave me wonderful well wishes and candy treats and all sorts of
She
other
had like
things.
pounds of
while I
candy sitting
was
in the
gone.
queue.
I'm gonna go
Thank you
check
so
out her.
much.
She said bottom drawer.
Yes, bottom drawer. So yeah, I'm back and life is good.
Excellent.
Cool. Yoshi, how you doing over in the lab?
I'm doing good. I just finished today after all weekend working on a project I was building that I'm lasering out, and I'm on the final. No, really, it's the final design this time. About 1,200 shapes it's going to have to laser out. So
Wow. It's 1,200?
it's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, you'll see that
What is
Friday.
it?
Yeah.
I'm doing a little paint masking.
Ah.
I don't know what that means.
Like when you do painting, you have to cut out masks. So there's going to be about 1,200 of them cut
I
out.
still have no idea. I can tell when Alex says it. He's like,
Paint masking, Yoshi. Yes.
Yes, paint masking.
Do it all the time.
Exciting and hot. I know it is.
Do it all the time.
Yes. And Dan, what are you doing on today's show?
Well, it's a computer help show, so I figured I'd take your phone calls. And that phone number is 800-839-7880. But you can also email us through our web form at g4techtv.com/asktss. And also, if you're in the beautiful sunny Los Angeles, we want you to be in our studio audience. Come see the show. You can see me, which is all the reason to come, isn't it? Right? Yeah! What else could you want? But anyways, just go to screensavers.com and click on the tickets link. It's just that simple. Back to you guys.
So why do you hate PCs so much, Kevin?
I like it.
No, I mean really. I mean you can jump on me for
I
hating
like
Macs.
PC
That's fine.
bugs.
But now you've all of a sudden you're abandoning your PC roots. Is
No,
that
no,
what's
no. I'm
happening?
just saying that OS X is a superior operating system. It's stronger. It has a free BSD backend. It's built on Unix versus some crappy Windows code. I'm not saying I don't like
Oh,
PCs.
yeah, you just said that 2 seconds ago when we were on there. You were like, I hate PCs. If I had a PC,
I
I'd
just
break it in
don't
my
like.
hand right
No.
now.
I just
It goes
don't
both
like.
ways, Doorband.
No. I just don't like Microsoft. I'm not a huge Microsoft fan. I'm not a big XP fan.
I
I'd
had
rather
stock
see-
in Microsoft, and they made me a lot of money. Bat my eye. Bleep, 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 Microsoft. Send me free stuff. No, I'm just kidding. I can't say that on TV.
It is time for our first live call.
Yes, it
You ready?
is. Let's get into it.
Paul joins us on the phone from the G4 Tech TV Netcam network from Oxford, Michigan.
Hey, Kevin. Hey, Alex.
How
Hey,
you doing,
Paul.
Paul?
Show.
Wow, are you outside or is that a painting
It
behind
looks like
you?
a blue screen or
Outside,
something.
Using my Proxim card on my Linux modified WRT54G.
Nice. Did you get that
Thank you,
from my?
wireless technology?
Man after my own heart.
Did you get that mod from my dark tip that I did on modding that?
I did, as it happens. I did.
Very cool.
Nice. Good for you.
Is that a big? Is that a plant over your left shoulder? Or what is that?
Over my left shoulder,
Yeah,
this is a plant, this is a tree, and then we got the lake all behind me.
It really does look like it looks like a weatherman in front of like one of those blue screens.
Well, it's
Tonight the
looking at
lake
the
is
light,
97
you know?
degrees.
It's real. There's no blue screen here. This is real.
Nice.
awesome.
I like the Xbox Live headset you got on there. It's pretty.
Well, you know, the Dorkmaster 2000. It sounds good.
Hey, there you go. As long as it sounds good. So you got a question for us, Paul?
I do. You know, I'm swapping out a buddy of mine's motherboard, processor, and memory.
That's kind of you.
And, well, he's paying me for it.
What are friends
And we're
for?
trying to, you know, I've got a list of features that we want to get in the motherboard.
Okay.
But, you know, trying to find a motherboard to fit all those features. You know, where do you go to look for this stuff? How do you guys find which motherboard to do the job?
Well, we've got some sites for you.
Yes, we do.
Tom's Hardware is a good one to start out.
Tom's Hardware is a great little review site. You can go here, and it's with all these new motherboards coming out with like PCI Express and all these new features. There's so many ones out there. We have like a top 3 roundup. Our favorites are Tom's Hardware, and Antec is another great review site.
Yeah.
You can click on there. They have all the latest motherboards, read reviews. Hard OCP, another great site. And then once you've gone to these 3 sites,
And you found the motherboard that matches all of the requirements that you want.
and you think, I found it, this is the one.
This is the one.
Step number 1 is go to that motherboard manufacturer's website and visit their forums, because often you will find if there's problems with that motherboard.
This happened to me this weekend. I spent the entire weekend trying to figure out, because I have the old NVIDIA, the Asus A7N8X Deluxe 2.0, and I remember that because I've been dealing with it all weekend.
Yes.
And it won't work with the 9600.
Well, I
the
just need it.
9600 Pro, and it just
You have to
will
push the
not
graphics
work.
card all the way down. I'll help you later. It's pretty easy.
Dude, if you can rewrite the drivers that ATI can't get to work on the NVIDIA board, let me know. I'm using like drivers from 2004 or 2003, and everything's crashing.
I'll come over and help you out. But anyway, back to his question, real quick though. What did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Go to their
Mumbled.
website and go to the forums and read the reviews and see if there's any problems with that motherboard. After that, head over to pricewatch.com and you'll find the best price for that particular motherboard. And then
And then buy it and slam it in there, and you'll be great.
Done deal.
800-839-7880. Give us a call.
Dude, you guys got two on it,
You could be
man.
our second live call today. We could like Alistair over there. That'd be great. Look at
You know what?
Dan.
I will give it to you. If you can get it running, I'll give you
I
money.
will.
You
Let's
can't.
do it.
You won't. I know. All right, we got lots more screensavers still to come. Later, get down on the lowdown on benchmarking your PC bus. When we come back, learn how to take your cell phone's ringtones from boring to rocking when the screensavers continue. That's good dancing, Jeff.
I hate that. Yes.
You remember how you were having trouble getting free ringtones onto your cell phone the other day, and you came to me and you said, Alex, I can't get ringtones on my cell phone.
No,
I don't know
never
how
happened.
it works. Well,
That never
it's
happened.
interesting that you said that to me because I figured out how to get free ringtones on your
Oh,
cell
really?
phone. Yes.
Tell me how.
So I will tell you. First thing you got to do is you got to get the free ringtone because nobody wants to pay $1.99, and you were complaining. So
Right. Well, the problem
I
is
hooked
that
you up.
no, seriously, is that Sprint now rents the ringtones.
Yes.
So you pay like $4 and you only get it for 3 months,
No,
and you
no.
have to buy it again.
And,
It's,
and ringtones are just MIDI files. That's it. So all you need to do is there's lots of great places to get free MIDI files online. So for step one, get the ringtones you want. A couple great places to go. MIDIDB.com. MIDIDB.com has a lot of free, like here's some Guns N' Roses stuff, just a lot of free MIDI files you can download. And some of the stuff is crap because it's free. So these are just people who are like, oh yeah, I could do this on a MIDI keyboard, blah, 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 blah. And some of the stuff sounds horrendous. But like I downloaded here, Sweet Child of Mine. Let's see if we can get this thing going. Huh? Pretty awesome. Sweet Child of Mine, all right. I got a little ABBA here. We got a little Dancing Queen. Let me see here.
This is one of your favorites, actually.
This is.
Dancing Queen.
All right, that's the bridge. And you can tell some of the stuff's good, some of the stuff is totally jank. But if you download them, and another good place to go to is ringtonesforall.com. It's another great place. So you get the ringtone, and now you got to get to your cell phone. So now there are a couple different ways to do this. The first way is if you're lucky enough to have a cell phone that has an IR port, right?
Infrared.
Yes, Kevin, very good.
Yes.
If you're lucky enough, because the phones have now stopped using infrared. One, it's sort of a slow thing, but two, they have taken the functionality out because people are getting free ringtones. They'd rather have the $2 per ringtone.
Are you sure that's the reason? It's not
honestly,
just like an
no.
aging technology. They're like, this infrared's old.
Not
let's
at
get
all,
rid of it.
because they actually took out Bluetooth. They crippled Bluetooth in the new Motorola V710 phone so that 90, geez, all right, we got to get to it. IR, you can pass it through, like if your laptop, I know. If you have a laptop, you can pass it through infrared. Or if you don't have a laptop, but you have a Pocket PC or a Palm Pilot, you can drag it over to the Palm Pilot and then send it via IR from your Pocket PC or your
It's
Palm
like a
Pilot.
file send
Yeah,
via
file
infrared
send.
right in the phone.
Boom.
And you can also email it. I've emailed it into the phone.
So you can
past.
email it. With Verizon, it's your phone number at vzwpix.com. For Sprint, it's your phone number at sprintpcs.com. For AT&T, it is your phone number at mobile.att.net, and there are also two others, but we don't know how.
Put them in
I
the
think
show
they might
notes.
have put them in show notes. So the other thing you can do is you can get a data cable. If
This
you
is
get
a
a
cool
data
way.
cable, do not buy the data cable software. There's a free software out there called BitPim,
Yeah, this
which
is
is
huge.
amazing. It'll allow you to change your welcome screen. It'll allow you to sync your phone book up with your computer. All these things.
All kind of hacks that aren't normally available
It's very,
in the software.
very hacky.
It's
You
a good
can-
application.
Yeah,
it really
and you
is.
can get into the file system on any of your different cell phones, and you can take out the different welcome things. You can also change the stuff that goes through, like the scrolling stuff. You can change the SIM stuff. You can do a lot of cool stuff with BitPim. But the other thing is Bluetooth. But so the the V710 Motorola phone from Verizon, they only allow the Bluetooth to work with headsets. And they did that on purpose.
Well, that's just one phone, though. How many Bluetooth phones are there out there? I mean, there's dozens by now.
There's dozens, but the problem is that I really think we're going to see in the future that they're going to start crippling our ability to transfer data back and forth freely to your cell phone because they want to charge you. They want you to use the data plan
I don't know.
to get information.
How are you supposed to send contacts back and forth, though, via Bluetooth? I mean, that's what this technology was for, was to send files and different things back and forth between small devices.
I really think that they're going to turn that down. I really think because, especially now with all the security stuff that come up. I mean, we had those snarfers in. I think that they're going to start to realize that the good doesn't outweigh the benefits of them not having it in their phones.
We will see on that.
So that's a bunch of free stuff on how to get ringtones into your cell phone. For more information on ringtones and how to make your own, check out the article at thescreensavers.com.
Now, Kevin, that's my cell phone. Don't you dare put some Enrique Iglesias midis on there. I swear to
Enrique's
God.
my favorite.
If I find that on there, you're dead.
You love Enrique.
No, just you.
No, you do.
You. But anyway, so I'm going to first look at the new animated Batman series. But coming up next, let's say your PC is in a race. How are you going to find, how you going to make it win? We're going to show you how when the Screensavers continues.
Don't forget to register for this week's Screensavers LAN party, powered by NVIDIA. This week we're playing Far Cry, so grab your heavy machine gun and tear apart your opponent, or just sneak behind them and shank them with your machete. So go to thescreensavers.com/LAN party to register for the links to download the latest patches, and we will see you Thursday for the Screensavers LAN party. Now, if I get a new computer, new graphics card, or more RAM, I want to know how much faster it's making my PC. So when we talk benchmarking, we had to bring in the Screensavers managing editor, Robert Heron, on the show. Hey, Robert! Glad to have you here. You have benchmarked. How many PCs in your lifetime have you gone through? I mean, you used to work in the labs, and you were doing these things every single day.
Pretty much.
How many machines did you go through benchmarking?
Dozens. Probably right around 100.
Oof, that's a lot more than I have.
Lost track.
So tell me, what software do we use? If someone gets a new graphics card, I mean, you want to see what kind of performance increase you're going to get. And if you're dropping $400 or $500,
Seriously.
So yeah, what do you do?
For performance, you really want to focus on just the video card, and that's assuming the CPU and everything else is set up the way you want.
Okay.
There are some commercial applications out there that make it pretty easy to do your own benchmarking. One of the big ones right now is 3D Mark 03. That's kind of the popular title right now. They've been around for a while. There was an 01 version, 03, and 05 has just been announced, and that's going to incorporate some features that require the next generation graphics hardware. That's a really simple tool that you can simply load up, run it, and it gives you a score that you can go online and compare to what other people have done and basically see how it ranks.
Is this what something like Tom's Hardware, if I go to a review site and I'm looking at the latest graphics cards and I see X number of frames per second, is that what they're using, that particular application?
In that case, probably not. They're probably looking at some other applications, mainly game performance. If you're going to do benchmarking, games are where you really want to do it. Use actual games that you play.
So what do you have to show us today?
One of the best applications we messed with is a tool called Far Cry, or with any other first-person shooter, is a really nice tool called Fraps. And fraps.com, you can download it there. And what it is essentially it adds a frame counter in the corner, and it does a few other things too that I'll get into. But let me just return to the game here and show you what this looks like. But Fraps is really a three-part tool. One, it gives you a frame counter that I'll bring up in the corner here, and of course. So
this isn't built into the game. This is a third-party application, right?
Is that actually on there? I can't see in the corner there.
Yeah, it is. That's in the very upper left-hand corner. There it is.
That number up in the corner is the actual real-time frames per second. I can't see it on the display I have right now. And as I move around, you'll see that number fluctuate up and down. And one of the nice things is it has an averaging tool where I can hit a button, F11 in this case, and it will, can't tell if it's doing that or not, but anyway, you can average between 2 points in the game. So as you're running around through your environments, you can keep an eye on the real-time performance that's occurring. And if you want, you can even log that to a file on the hard drive that you can then map into something like Excel if you want to see performance at every second along the way.
I see.
Which is really nice.
What if someone goes home right now and downloads this? Free download, right?
Free.
They install this, they're running it, and they're seeing, I mean, we're seeing like 70 frames per second or
Yeah.
60, 50, 60, 70 frames a second. What if they're seeing 20, 30 frames a second and it's a little jumpy? What's the first thing they should look to upgrade in their PC?
Well, if you have absolutely no money and you can't do anything, you just want to lower the resolution. Go into the game and start playing with the settings that are in there. A couple of cool things you can do right off the bat is one, lower the resolution. Lower it down to 800 by 600 or worst case, go to 640 by 480. Just doing that puts less stress on the video card, you get better performance. The other thing you can do too is if you like the high resolution but you're still getting poor performance, knock down some of the eye candy. Turn off things like shadows and some dynamic lighting effects and things like that. Start tweaking with those little settings. And for most games nowadays, they have an auto config option. So you just go into the game and say, you know what, detect my hardware, tell me what you recommend. And a lot of games are doing that now, just to make it easier on people who might not be so technically inclined.
And if someone's looking at this and they don't know whether they're getting the optimal performance or not, what are typical frames rates that we should look for a fast machine? I mean, where do you want to be?
40 is really the bottom of the barrel. If you're playing single-player games, 40 frames per second or higher is really what you're going to be looking for. For competitive online play, it really gets into about 60 plus, and the higher the better. Some of the pro players all play at 120 frames per second. They'll lower the resolution, they'll turn off everything just to make sure it's 120 and it stays there the whole time.
You're kidding me. Can the human eye even see that though? 120 frames a second?
That's debatable, but it's more about just the fluidity of you flicking the mouse back and forth.
Right.
When you're pointing from one direction, you want to do a 180 and look the other way. How quickly can you do it and just nail that target that you're looking for? And you need a high frame rate so the mouse can keep up, so the screen can keep up, and it's so, fluidity of the gameplay.
Excellent.
That's what you're looking for.
Well, thanks so much, Robert. For more information, And links, you got links to the applications and
I have an article, too, that we put a link up for that goes into some tweaks in the games and some recommendations for hardware.
excellent article and links all available at thescreensavers.com.
All right, if you haven't heard of something called Rust Boy, then people, it's really time to get with it. Rust Boy is an animated feature in progress by artist Brian Taylor. But the cool thing is he's doing it all at home on his computer by himself. Now this thing is pretty incredible. It incorporates lots of amazing elements from movies like Nightmare Before Christmas. You remember that? Pretty cool, plus a whole lot more. And again, done from his home system. Very neat. So if you want to check out his progress, just go to rustboy.com. Go to rustboy.com. Now, don't go anywhere, because on this show, we're going to show you how to keep the RIAA and FBI from spying on your downloads. You don't want them to do that. And after the break, pow! Sock! Biff! The Caped Crusader's back in a new animated series, and it's not just for kids. Find out more when the Screensavers continue.
Welcome back to the Screensavers. I'm Kevin Rose.
And I'm Alex Albert. Coming up in this half hour, we'll show you a piece of software that might keep you out of trouble with the FBI. Very nice. Plus, find out what we think of the highly anticipated game Doom 3. And we'll be diving headfirst into the shallow end of a live call.
That's right.
Did I write that?
I don't know, I think Dan wrote that, actually.
All of a sudden, I was like, whoa, yark. So I was flipping through the channels the other day, and I found the brand new Batman animated TV series called The Batman, and I had to stop and watch because I was a big fan of the Batman animated series, and it's not really just for kids. Let's take a little look.
Okay, we split the take 30-70. 50-50. How'd you do that? I'm the Batman.
Why is the sky green? Did we get like a pre-release copy of the...
It's called
what is it?
Artsy. It's called Artsy.
Gotcha.
So there are a few things I'll have to say about this. First off, I did like it.
Yeah, you sat down and
Overall,
watched this morning.
I
You were
did.
sitting there pounding through it. Did you get a DVD or did they send you something? Or
I got a DVD, which just blows the mysterious caught it on TV part of it. Thank you, Kevin,
Sorry about
for
that.
ruining the TV experience.
Apologize.
Yes, I was watching it on my DVD laptop at my desk this morning before the review. Thank you, Kevin. Now that's that totally blew the illusion. Anyway, I was a big fan of the Batman the animated series.
So
the
was
one that
I.
came out in 92, 95. I thought it was great. Not as much of a fan of the Batman Beyond, which was sort of the spin-off, which was Bruce Wayne as an older guy who sort of was retired. And I totally didn't even realize, I totally forgot that it was Will Friedle. The kid that was in our LAN party 2 weeks ago was the lead voice in Batman
That's
Beyond.
right.
So it totally slipped my mind until I was doing the thing, and I was like, wait a minute, he was here. Anyway, I really enjoyed that. I thought it was good. I think the where they're heading with this is good. They're using it starts 3 years after Batman first began being Batman. So it's a young Bruce Wayne. He's like 28 or something like that. And you'll notice the animation is a lot. Plus, the Joker just looks crazy.
Oh, he does
They
look
made him
crazy.
completely nuts, which is awesome. But
The animation style looks pretty much the same though as the old series. so
no,
I don't
it
really
starts
notice
to
that
look
much difference.
well. It starts to look a little bit more like Samurai Jack, and I was noticing right there it looks a little bit like the Jackie Chan Adventures. Have you ever seen any of that? I know I'm totally I like cartoons, but I do. But it's that sort of new, sort of really super stylized stuff.
Right.
It's not as dark as the Batman the Animated Series, but it's still not the bubblegum, Batman. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we can sit down and you and I can enjoy this, and also
Right.
a young kid can sit down
Yeah.
and watch the same thing and also
Yeah.
enjoy it as well. That's cool.
I mean, I think that for what they're doing, bringing back the Batman the Animated Series. Like I said, I was a fan of it. I think Batman's a great character to do an animated series based on. I'd like to see more of the episodes. What?
No, I hate to blow your cover, but I have one more question. Is it available on DVD or is it just something that you got?
I
Or
think
is
it was just the press thing that we got.
Okay. So you can watch it right now.
I don't know. You might be able to get it on DVD.
Okay.
I'll put it up on Kazaa. No, I wouldn't. That'd be so bad if it shows up and they're like, let's call Alex.
I'm sure it's on Supernova.
I'm sure it's already up. So the bottom line is, I liked it. Check it out. We'll see how it goes for the rest of the series. Not like I'm going to watch all of them.
I'm sure you will.
I will.
Oh, man, I love Batman so much. I grew up collecting the comics, everything. I'm so excited, guys. My heart is fluttering. I love Batman. Anyway, stay where you are. We're blowing up. Shut up.
Heart is fluttering?
Yes, Batman.
You love Batman that much?
I love Batman.
I
Anyway,
would admit
let me
that.
do a read.
Sorry.
We're blowing up with live calls, and we've got a piece of software that's going to keep the RAAA out and the FBI. It's all coming up when Screensavers continues.
Dan like the Dark Knight.
That's right.
I do love the Dark Knight for sure.
Okay. Let's move on before we get sued.
It is time for another Dark Tip.
Speaking of getting sued.
Yes, there is nothing worse than constantly looking over your shoulder when you're on some of these P2P networks. Everyone's worried about being sued by the RIAA, or if you download a public domain movie, you might be sued.
Well, not really,
I don't know.
because
Okay, maybe
that's
they're
legal.
not. Yeah, maybe you're right. But I want to show you a nice little application that I've recommended on the show before, and I'm a huge fan of this because I don't know if it works, but in theory it sounds great.
So we're going to tell people to use a software that we don't know if it works?
Well, it's free. It's free.
That makes it better.
Well, let me show you.
I'm totally protected.
No,
Wait a minute. I'm pregnant?
It's a song. This has nothing to do with pregnancy.
All right, let's go.
So this is called Peer Guardian. I'm going to go ahead and launch it right here. It's a firewall. So think of it as a firewall that blocks out the bad guys. So rather than protecting you from hackers, it protects you from the RIAA and the FBI. So what they've done is it runs in the background here, and it's very simple.
So we know that it's running.
Right.
We don't know if it's doing anything, but we know that it's running.
We can test that it actually works because what it does. Yeah, I have tested it.
Okay,
actually.
good.
So what it does is that it stores thousands and thousands of IP addresses of known corporations like MGM, and here I'll show you the list right here. Take a look at it here. We'll go to the block list, and here are ranges.
Sony and
Everyone that uses the internet obviously has unique IP addresses, and big companies have static IP addresses. So we can scroll through the list here. So it's like Sony,
Wizards of the Coast. That's awesome.
Police. I don't know what
Roxio, SAIC. I used to work for SAIC.
Compact, Symantec, so Wild Tangent. I mean, just all different types of. Wild Tangent, that's some adware stuff, and so it was blocking all different types of anything that you don't want. Blizzard, Pixar, you name it. Here's some .government addresses. So
that's so cool.
It has this database that's constantly being updated. So as you're sitting there and you're like, this might be out of date, you click on update, it launches the website, and you download it, like the latest, like almost like a virus definitions, but in this case, it's just IP address definitions.
And so if you run a peer-to-peer software like Kazaa or eDonkey or whatever, it won't allow people with those IP address ranges to download stuff from you?
To even connect to you in the first place. So they can't even see what you're sharing. So if you're on Kazaa and you're sharing stuff, and someone like from the FBI, from one of these IP addresses, attempts to see what you're sharing, they just will get a connection refused, and nothing will happen.
Can I get a copy of that?
Yeah, it's completely free. It's a great little application, and this is the newest version, 1.99, and I hear the developer sent me an email, and 2.0 is right around the corner.
Oh, cool.
And they're actually going to build it into, I believe, like the system level, to where it's an actual service that runs in the background rather than a standalone application, which that just makes it that much better because it's running at a lower level.
And then you don't have to worry about turning it on and off.
Yeah, it'll just start up it starts up automatically. But it's a great application. It's completely free. You can get all the links in the show notes at screensavers.com. Go ahead and download it. It's nice to be running that if you're doing that kind of stuff.
Nice. I'll go get some.
There you go. We'll get some?
I'll go get some.
All right.
I don't know what that means.
Don't go anywhere. Coming up after the break, we're going to be taking more of your live calls. And we're also going to do a nice little review of Doom 3 and tell if it was worth the wait. That's right after these messages.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike.
Be sure to catch tomorrow's show. Mad Magazine's Dick DeBartolo, the Gizwiz, is back with wacky gadgets and gizmos. Plus, I'll show you how to read data from the back of your credit cards. Yes, that is true. And Yoshi will be in the lab painting with lasers. That's all on tomorrow's show.
Painting with freaking lasers.
The credit card thing is cool.
That's pretty cool.
Because there's hidden information on there that you don't know is on there. And I'm going to show you how to go out there and read them and swipe them. And,
I don't know.
For good, not for bad.
Oh, yeah, right, exactly. Zach joins us on the phone. from Geneva, Florida. How you doing, Zach?
Hey, Zach.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going pretty good,
What's
man. What's
up?
going on?
Not much.
How's it in, are you in Florida?
Oh,
right now?
yeah. How is it? You
Yeah.
getting the hurricane stuff going on?
Yeah, I'm miserable over here. It's really hot. I have no AC whatsoever.
Oh, do you still have internet access?
Huh?
Do you have internet access?
Yeah, well, I'm running off a generator.
Not too
so-
bad.
That's fine.
Not too bad.
Yeah,
You see what he's got running on the generator, not his AC, his computer and his cable modem.
Yeah, that's what I'd be
knows
doing.
what he's got going on.
If he has internet, then you're fine.
He's like sweating.
yeah.
Click,
But
click.
my question was I'm a regular file share on Kazaa,
Good for you.
and I was just wondering if there was like anything that I could do to keep my PC like safe and secure from hackers, spyware, etc.
What applications are you using for the P2P?
That's a fancy term.
Well, I'm running. Well, like I have Adaware. That's doing pretty good for my computer.
Are you using Kazaa though, or
Emule, eDonkey.
yeah?
Yeah, Kazaa.
Okay.
Kazaa. The regular one, just the Kazaa.
Yeah, just Kazaa.
Well, there you go.
Regular.
Yeah, the problem with Kazaa is it's filled with adware,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm just not a big fan of it. But as far as keeping yourself safe from viruses, the first thing you have to have is an
Virus
antivirus
protection, yeah.
application. Are you running like Norton Antivirus or McAfee
I
or
have
AVG?
McAfee.
Okay.
McAfee.
Yeah, you should be okay then.
Scan everything that you download. I don't know, sometimes you can get through the the auto protect stuff.
Yeah,
But just run a scan. That's what I do whenever I download anything. You just run a virus scan and point to just that one file, just to be on the safe side. Because a lot of times I'll catch stuff, and if it's like Office 2004 and it's got like 2K, you're pretty sure it's going to be something bad.
Why would you be downloading Office 2004?
Pre-release beta.
Pre-release.
Pre-release beta. I have people at Microsoft. It's actually Office Longhorn.
Yeah, the first thing is, like you said, is the virus scanner. Make sure your
Yeah.
virus definition is up to date. I don't go as far as you do to scan the individual file. As long as it's running resident in memory, it's scanning every file that comes in my system anyway.
Yeah,
I
I
just
like-
let it do its thing. I mean, it's
I'm anal.
It always, I can tell. It's, other than that, we would recommend a different version of Kazaa. Don't go with that
yeah.
one that's filled with adware and all that stuff. Kazaa Lite is pretty cool.
Yeah,
the
it's
K++
pretty good.
edition. You can find that at oldversion.com. We actually have
Doom running right there.
Doom running. Dan has that pulled up over the home base there. Oldversion.com is a great place to find old software, and especially stuff that's hard to find that has been kind of Kazaa has kind of shut down the Kazaa Lite,
yeah.
and the other one was the Kazaa Resurrection.
Yeah.
That's another good one. So check out those two because they're stripped down. They get rid of all that adware, and also the Emule Plus is another great download for you as well.
And keep the virus definitions up to date. Keep the virus protection running, and also the adware stuff.
Yeah, adware, Spybot Search and Destroy, another couple of applications for you. We'll have all those in our show notes for you as well.
Cool. Thanks, Zach.
Thanks for the call.
Hope that helped.
Now, you know I'm addicted to video games.
Yes, I do.
And we've been playing a lot of virtual tennis.
Yo,
That's a great game.
It gets down and dirty. We do it for money.
That's right.
And after the show, I'm going to get you. I feel it.
Dude, I've been whipping him so many times on virtual tennis. But anyway, one of my favorites.
I beat you once and you get so mad. You can beat me 10 times. I'm like, I'll get you.
I
The
do get a
one
little
time.
pissed. I do get a little pissed.
And he's like,
it's a fun game. Topspin is even better,
great.
though.
Yeah.
But anyway, today's game that we're reviewing is Doom 3. We got a nice little voodoo box here running Doom 3. Any fans Doom 3 on the audience? Now, there's some good and bad points to the game, and we want to go over them all. First thing we want to cover real quick is the hardware requirements for this game.
it's huge.
The nice thing about it is that it's been written so that you can use it on pretty much older graphics cards, but the problem is that it just doesn't look that good.
Yeah.
So you'll see when you go in here in the video settings, one of the things you're going to notice, if you're wondering what these different settings means, there's ultra, high quality, medium quality, and low quality. The ultra is basically where they've done all the textures completely uncompressed.
Wow.
So they have
That's
it
like
in
500
full
megabytes a second or something
Well,
crazy.
it's something. It's really nuts like
Because
that.
it yells at you when it's like ultra. It's like, you do know this is a very large amount of
You know
data.
why they're yelling at you is because this was kind of built with future graphics cards in mind. This was built for 512 megabyte graphics cards, even though we haven't really seen any of those hit the market yet. Then you go down to the high version. That's built for 256 meg graphics cards, then 128, and then 64 megabyte graphics cards. So they.
Well, that's good. They built
it's
in
nice.
expandability. I mean,
They
future
should
use.
probably tell you that, though. You would think they would say, like, what, if I have this much RAM on my graphics card, this is what I
Because
should
you know
use.
everybody's going to try ultra
Everyone's going
first.
to try Ultra, and
You're
it's like,
boom!
3
Yeah!
frames
Oh,
per
it's
second.
stopped.
And then, yeah, it's no good. But we normally run in here. You can pump up to ultra if you lower your screen size or lower your resolution down.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I normally run at high quality in like 1024 by 768. I just like it nice and smooth. It's a great game, though. The thing here is that one of the graphics cards, we want to talk about what is the best card, because I know that's an email that we get all the time. Like, what is the absolute best card for running on this game?
Yeah.
And NVIDIA really kind of has the lead here. This is the NVIDIA GeForce 6800 that we're going to show you. Huge monster card. Look at that.
That's the 2-slotter,
yeah,
right?
this is the 2-slotter. It actually takes up 2 slots on your in your motherboard there.
Man.
This is an awesome card, and the thing is that Doom was really built around OpenGL.
Right.
And so the NVIDIA cards have always had a little advantage when it comes to OpenGL stuff.
Yeah.
So they worked with NVIDIA in building this game. You know, they're coming out with the game on the Xbox as well.
Right.
So you get more frames per second. This is the best card for running Doom 3. Also, one of the things we wanted to mention about Doom is that a lot of people prefer to have some add-ons installed. And one of the coolest add-ons that I've seen on the net that you must download if you picked up the copy of the game is the Trent Reznor add-on pack. You know, from 9 Inch Nails?
Yeah.
He's a huge fan of the game, so he went out and he rewrote like the soundtrack and all the different weapon sounds, and he created this add-on pack. Yeah, I'm serious. You can download it from, if you go to download.com, you can just download the add-on pack, install it, and then you'll get how he wants you to experience the game. It's pretty wicked. I would definitely, yeah.
Interesting.
It's cool.
Does ID know he's doing
Yeah, I mean, it's just an add-on for the game. But it'll cost about $55. It retails for. Great game. It's a little slow getting started at first, but once you get past like level 6 or 7, 5, 6, 7 into that area, the maps get really interesting, and it's a lot of fun to play. We'll have more on that later. But if you are dying to know more about Doom 3, be sure to head on to thescreensavers.com. We have links to the trial version. You can download it now without buying it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I did that 2 days ago. No,
What?
download it without buying it. No, no, I did not. A trial version.
You're going to jail.
I am. This is the last show.
Don't
Good night, everybody.
Don't move a muscle. Up next, we're going to check our inbox to see what's on your mind with the screensaver.
It's time to check in on our poll. Would you watch all 11 hours and 21 minutes of Lord of the Rings? What the heck
That's
is
like
that?
somebody's going to cut and paste the poll into our
Somebody's
prompter.
going to cut and paste the poll in the prompter, and they didn't have time. What?
I can't unclick. There we go.
65 yes, 34 no.
That 34% of our audience doesn't have a girlfriend.
Why is it
Or the
that
girl won't
only
run.
guys who don't have girlfriends can do this? Girlfriends like Lord of the Rings.
I'm lucky that you do, yes.
Well, you know
know
what
my
I was
girlfriend.
thinking? Like the 11 hours and some odd minutes would be great on like a flight to Paris.
Ooh.
There you go. See, you can kind of be romantic and be, LFTR.
Or you could go to New Zealand. We had so
Sounds
much
good to
more to
me.
cover, and now we're running out of time. So
Yes.
you read that. Go.
Tomorrow Mad Magazine's Dick DiBartolo is going to be here, and he's going to bring magazines for everybody. So go to thescreensavers.com and click on our tickets link to be in our audience.
Yes.
Also, tomorrow...
Yes, we're changing. We're doing the Mystery Bagger Net Cam on
Tomorrow.
Tuesdays, not
Tomorrow.
Fridays. So if you want to come and get in on the Mystery Bagger Net Cam, and it's just about time for us to put something really cool in there, come to the show tomorrow here in LA. Mystery Bagger Net Cam.
And happy birthday to my mom.
Happy birthday, Kevin's mom.
I'm Kevin Rowan.